When the new 2018 Subaru Impreza arrives in Europe, it will be missing two things and is offered with a smaller engine over its US counterpart. The new Impreza made its European reveal yesterday at the Frankfurt International Motor Show, outfitted a bit differently than the US spec model. The new Impreza Compact is still only offered in the hatchback body style for the European market, with no sedan body style offered for European buyers again. In the rest of the global markets, Subaru offers the Impreza Compact in both sedan and 5-door models, but Europeans won't get it. Subaru also offers the new 2018 Impreza again with the FB16 1.6-liter boxer engine as they have with the previous generation model. It still develops 114 picoseconds and 150 Nm of torque, but the compression ratio has been increased from 10.51 to 11.01, and the overall engine weight has been reduced by 14 kg/Tonne. 70% of the components in the port-injected 1.6-liter boxer engine have been redesigned. Subaru says, the series of revisions have ensured that vibration and noise are significantly reduced, and acceleration response has been improved for a more linear feel, making the 1.6 feel more refined all around. Other big change come with the addition of the US spec FB 22.0-liter engine being added to the European hatchback model. This will be the first time the direct injection 2.0-liter boxer will be offered in Europe. Subaru announced the larger 2.0-liter boxer will join the range after launch. Other big news for the new 2018 Impreza is that it will not be offered with the 5-speed manual gearbox in the new generation compact. Subaru offers the 5-speed manual in the US, Canada and Australian markets, but now drops it in Europe. Both 1.6 and 2.0 trims will only be offered with the Lean-Artronic CVT automatic transmission. For the next generation Impreza, the ratio coverage has been widened and the weight of the transmission has been reduced by 7.8 kg/Tonne versus the outgoing car. This increases acceleration performance and fuel efficiency. Also new for 2018, Subaru's EyeSight driver assistance system will be fitted as standard on the Impreza hatch. When the new 2018 Subaru Impreza 5-door arrives in Europe, it's outfitted a bit differently than the US spec model. It comes with a newly redesigned FB16 1.6-liter boxer engine, and doesn't get the fully synchronized 5-speed manual gearbox.
Internet, say hello to the new Subaru Impreza. The left-field alternative for people, mainly agriculturalists, who see the likes of the Ford Focus, VW Golf and Vauxhall Astra as a bit too high street. If we are being honest, the new all-wheel drive hatchback doesn't look a whole heap different to the one it replaces. There are some new, sculptured creases down the side, and some squintier headlights, but it's otherwise business as usual from Subaru's designers. It's actually the same car that's been on sale in America for the last 6 months and that we first saw at the New York Motor Show. The interesting stuff, though, lies beneath. It's our first taste of Subaru's all-new platform, one which will form the basis of all manner of hatchbacks, saloons, estates and SUVs. If its maker is to be believed, it offers the best of all worlds, tidier handling, higher comfort levels and less noise and vibration. And while it can house all manner of modern powertrains, hybrids included, this latest gen Impreza sticks initially with Subaru's tried and tested combination of a 4-cylinder boxer petrol engine and symmetrical all-wheel drive. It's longer and wider than before, though, at 10 mm lower, it has a better drag coefficient than its predecessor. And Subaru is claiming a drop center of gravity and revised suspension contribute to its biggest ever leap forward in dynamic ability. Safety is high on the agenda too, with Subaru's EyeSight technology suite on board. As well as the predictable bunch of lane assist and blind spot detection gubbins, its automatic braking system will function while reversing, as well as traveling forwards. And to the delight of anyone who's used a Subaru interior ever, there's a new infotainment system that sweeps the dashboard of most of its buttons, and whose appearance resembles most smartphones. It looks a big step on. In the UK, just 2 engines are being served up. Both are 4-cylinder boxer petrol units, the first being a 1.6-liter with 112 bhp and 111 pounds-ft, the second a Papier 2.0-liter unit with 154 bhp and 145 pounds-ft. Both engines feed power to a CVT gearbox, and all four wheels. Although CVT is our least favored transmission option, Subaru's Lean-Artronic box is actually one of the better ones, as a damper has been added to help smooth out power delivery and reduce the whining rev surge some CVTs suffered from. If you're a left-field hatchback fan or farmer, you'll be able to get the new Impreza later this year when it goes on sale. It'll probably stay true to the price of the outgoing car, £18,995, which will make it the meat in the Focus and Astra pricing sandwich.
For the 2018 model year, Subaru's small crossover sits on a new platform and boasts suspension improvements and additional power. The 2018 Subaru Crosstrek goes on sale late this summer with a starting price of $22,710, up $140 from the base 2017 model. All Crosstreks come with a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder boxer engine, which now produces 152 horsepower. The base model comes standard with a 6-speed manual transmission, but buyers can select a CVT for an extra $1,000. Previously, the base model did not offer a CVT option. Standard amenities on the new Crosstrek include a 6.5-inch touchscreen, smartphone integration via Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, 60/40 split fold-down rear seat, and 17-inch alloy wheels. Premium models add Subaru Starlink connected services as well as an all-weather package with heated front seats, windshield wiper deicer, and heated exterior mirrors, in addition to auto headlights linked to windshield wiper operation. Welcome lighting and a new sound-insulated windshield come standard. Prices for this model start at $23,510 with the 6-speed manual or $24,510 with the CVT. At the top of the lineup sits the limited trim. Priced from $27,210, up $1,140 from the previous limited, this model boasts a standard CVT transmission as well as an upgraded 8-inch multimedia system. A 6-way power driver's seat, steering responsive headlights, and blind spot detection with lane changing assist are also included. EyeSight, Subaru's suite of safety technologies, is available on a number of packages ranging from $1,395 to $3,445. This system includes adaptive cruise control, automatic pre-collision braking, lane departure warning and sway warning. Drivers can also bundle EyeSight with navigation, high beam assist and reverse automatic braking. The 2018 Crosstrek becomes the second Subaru model to sit on the company's new global platform. The stiffer, more rigid architecture is set to enhance stability and ride comfort. Subaru says the new platform improves crash energy absorption by 40%.
Last week, Giz UK went to Tokyo for the launch of the brand new Nissan Leaf. It's an interesting time for electric vehicles, with Tesla heating up the market and all the big manufacturers eyeing a piece of the pie. The Leaf is currently the biggest selling all-electric car in the world, and the new version offers a boosted battery, 40 kWh, longer range, 235 miles according to the NEDC, but only 150 per EPA, and some interesting innovations including automated parking and a V2G system to give energy back to the grid. We got some close-up time in the new Leaf to experience its new one-finger parking tech, ProPilot Park. Here's what we found out. 1. It's like having your car parked by a ghost. ProPilot Park is a bit scary as a proposition. You sit in the driver's seat and push a button, and the car figures out where it's supposed to go and goes there. If you've read about automated disasters like the tragic Tesla death caused by the car mistaking a white lorry for bright sky, you might be understandably nervous about entrusting your leaf and your life to a single button. However, unlike on the Tesla Model S, ProPilot Park isn't a hands-free kind of deal. You have to hold the button down the entire time. If you panic and take your finger off, the car stops immediately. And if someone walks in front of or behind the car, it stops too, even if you're still holding the button down. You sadist. 2. It doesn't like shiny things. The ProPilot Park demos were staged in a conference hall with pretend parking bays marked out on a very reflective floor, and blinding blue lights beating down. This environment confused the Leaf's camera. It was still able to park accurately in some scenarios, but couldn't complete the parallel parking task the first time round. The Leaf uniquely uses a combination of radar and camera inputs to navigate, which explains why it wasn't completely scuppered, but we were still concerned. Real-world road conditions are far from perfect and might include such obstacles as super shiny wet roads. We're from the UK, after all. So after our second demo, where the inputs had been tweaked and the demo worked flawlessly, we sat down with Gareth Dunsmore, Electric Vehicle Director for Nissan Europe, and Nicholas Thomas, Global EV Director, to discuss our observations. They told us new Leaf owners are unlikely to encounter these sorts of problems in the wild. It's a very artificial environment here with all the bright lights. It's causing us a couple of minor issues with the camera, says Nicholas. I've tested it a great deal in the real world and I can assure you it works very well. What about multi-story car parks? They have shiny floors. Would we have problems there too? If you have enormous spotlights on a very shiny floor in a multi-story car park, yes, but usually you don't. True. Our local one is dangerously dark if anything. We've tested this outside, in underground car parks. It's being tested in different places in Europe and tuned. The local technical center in Cranfield, they'll take the car now to Europe, and work on it before the launch in January, Gareth assures us. Presumably, Nissan will take note of the issues at the launch and feed that info into the final product. But it's fair to say you're unlikely to find lighting like this in the real world. 3. It parks better than radar-only systems. The combo of radar and camera is important for a flawless auto park experience, apparently. If you've got two spaces side by side and you've got a radar-based system, it will park right in the middle of them, across the middle line, says Nicholas. Or if you're parallel parking and there are 3 or 4 spaces, it'll park exactly in the middle. While that sounds kind of adorable in a robot logic sort of way, it's not very helpful. So the Leaf system is designed to be better. ProPilot Park combines both the radar and the camera to spot the white lines. So the radar is always working to guide the vehicle, but then the camera's spotting the lines and parking you exactly in the middle. 4. But doesn't require marked parking bays. That's all cool, but it's pretty rare to find pristine white lines out in the real world. Round our neck of the woods, you're lucky if the spaces are marked at all, and the ones that are can be a fuzzy palimpsest of old markings, worn-out paint and graffiti. Because it's got both the radar and the camera, it can adapt to whatever scenario there is, Nicholas assured us. We found it also came in handy having the around view monitor on during auto parking, an overview of the environment around the car taken from 4 live camera feeds. You can see exactly where you're going and correct if necessary. It's all about the cameras, this car. 5. It's gonna cost you, but you might get some back. Predictably, given that we haven't even had a UK price for the new Nissan Leaf yet, the reps weren't keen to answer our questions about pricing for ProPilot Park. However, we do know that it's an add-on rather than coming standard with the Leaf, and that ProPilot and Park can be bought individually. We did get confirmed figures. For one thing, the amount of money you can expect to make from your Leaf if you use it for Vehicle to Grid, V2G. That's the system that lets the hooked-up car send power to the grid, and money to your wallet. A commercially viable pilot scheme in Denmark has Leaf drivers making €100 to €160 a month from their cars, minus fees from the power scheme they're part of. Taking the lower figure and assuming a 20% cut, that's about £70 a month at a rough conservative estimate. If you have a time-based power tariff like Economy 7, you could theoretically charge the car at off-peak times for less, and sell the power back at higher prices. And if you pulled that off successfully, V2G could conceivably even cover your monthly car payments. Yes, we're most likely in fantasy land, but what's car tech for if not to give us electric dreams?